Each week, a group of insiders joins me to offer perspective on some of the week's top stories. This week, sounding off in the big Routes Americas conference held at Indianapolis International Airport and downtown Indianapolis. More nonstop flights for Indy. Also, another big project from Amazon in Indiana. Pleased to be joined this week by Winston-Terrell Group President Robin Winston. Also, Stand for Children Indiana Executive Director Justin Ohlmiller. And Hannah Kaufman Joseph, an attorney at Giselskus, Brinkerhoff, and Joseph. Welcome one and all to the Insiders. Thanks for being here for another week. Lots to get to this week. I mentioned the Routes Americas conference. Justin, a coup for Indianapolis to get that. Third city in the United States to host this, and they first in the Midwest, and they chose Indy over Chicago.
Yeah, big win for Indianapolis. Yeah. I think the other key piece of this is, if you're trying to attract more direct flights to your airport, and you can say a lot about Indianapolis Airport, it's world-renowned, it's award-winning, but we still need to see more direct flights in our city. This is the conference that can generate that conversation and see some wins for the airport in that way. Yeah, and
Hannah, it was a real opportunity. We had Mario Rodriguez from the airport on the show earlier in our top story. He said, you know, we weren't making any deals there, but it was certainly a chance to make that sales pitch to these airline executives, airport executives from all over the globe.
Yeah, what a great opportunity to put Indianapolis in the spotlight. What a perfect group of people to show them the type of strides that Indianapolis has made with our culture, with our restaurants, with the amenities of our airport. And it seems like we kind of have the right mix of the state and the city and our tourism leadership working together to bring a really attractive opportunity that could yield tangible outcomes for the city.
And it was mentioned in our story we did earlier in the program, the airport said that really the culinary scene in Indianapolis and central Indiana, which continues to emerge, was one of the factors that Routes Americas said, hey, we like that culinary scene. It's one of the reasons I chose Indianapolis.
Well, that's just so exciting to hear because it's exploding and it's being noticed all over the place. Nationally, Indianapolis has really been put on the map with awards from Bon Appetit to restaurants like Milkooth and Bluebeard, and there's Late Harvest Kitchen. There's been so many great restaurants that have just really exploded in their popularity and recognition.
Big economic development news early in the year. We saw Toyota with a big announcement, Fiat Chrysler up in Kokomo as well. This week past, we confirmed plans by Amazon to locate another major distribution facility. This one in Hancock County could employ up to potentially 1,000 people. Robin, another investment in that distribution logistics sector for Indiana.
Tremendous, and Amazon's going to pay $15 an hour to start. Offer their employees benefits, match 401k at 50%. Those are all very positive attributes. 600 to 800 jobs, not far from I-70. I mean, just continues the expansion of jobs in central Indiana. Tremendous win for Ambrose Development, which built a spec building. So literally build it and they will come.
And they will come, right.
So it was a tremendous opportunity. It's great for Hancock County.
And for the region, as you look at the economy, you know, not everything's Indianapolis, but Hancock County, the eastern part of central Indiana as well. Also big news this week, well, we dug it up, but the LOGANSPORT, they're a bat company in LOGANSPORT, Titan Bats. And I know you like that story.
I love this story.
Hannah, entrepreneur, Trampus Young is the guy's name. He learned how to make bats a few years ago, and he's knocking it out of the park, pardon the pun.
Right. Oh, man. Well, what I think is so intriguing about this story is it's kind of the hobby business that has evolved into a viable revenue producer. And I find it remarkable that people can start their businesses out of their garages, which is literally what's happened in this case.
Right.
He had 1,000 square feet that he was making these bats, where he was making these bats. And I think last year he said he did 3,000 bats, and he's on track to double that this year.
Double it and move into 5,000
square feet.
Yeah,
and he's made this incredible business opportunity out of a hobby, out of a pastime. And I think it's so rewarding for him, and also a really kind of a good encouragement to other entrepreneurs.
And the Hoosier Bat Company got up in Northwest Indiana is another success story.
Right, and right across the river is Louisville Slugger. So
down south.
We've got all that.
Very good. Also, big news, kind of of a negative nature, but Diamond Chain, a company, a manufacturer that dates all the way back to 1917, provided components for the Wright brothers, Henry Ford, been a staple downtown for many, many years. closing the facility. So it'd be a loss, but prime property there for sure.
For sure, and we talk a lot about the wins in Indianapolis and Indiana. Certainly, there are always going to be businesses that do not survive, and so this is a hit. But hopefully, like you said, prime property and opportunity for the next company in that space.
And Robin, you just mentioned they painted.
Yeah, they painted the smokestacks blue and white.
Yeah.
But look, that's a tremendous place for a hotel or some more restaurant scene across from a stadium that's going to be home of the college football championship and NCAA championships. Great location.
Won't be vacant for long, probably. When that's good. Electric Works, too, we should mention a big project in Fort Wayne, the old General Electric campus up there. Ambitious project, Robin. They've really, I don't say struggled, but it's been a challenge to get an anchor tenant and get the financing together. They got another extension. I think they will get one here shortly. The state is saying they're close to, they feel getting an anchor tenant up there. You think that's going to happen?
I think it's going to happen. Mary Henry has made a commitment to try to do something there. They've been diligent in making sure tax dollars are used wisely for this project, but Fort Wayne is a regional headquarters. So Defiance, Ohio comes across to Fort Wayne, and that's, it's a very important anchor for that whole region of Northeast Indiana. I believe that this will come to fruition.
Yep.
So I think that what's so interesting about this project is that IURTC has committed to taking space in Electric Works, and what they really bring to the table is a new outpost to support would-be entrepreneurs, would-be small businesses with obtaining patents, with doing research and development. There's a real need in that specific area, and it would be a great way to diversify the different types of opportunities and offerings that will be available at Electric Works. Their support I think will help get it done. Yeah, the IU Research and Technology Corporation, great point on that. Workforce is another issue, big issue, continues to be for the state of Indiana. Ivy Tech has launched a new career initiative, got $8 million from the Lilly Endowment to help fund that. I think part of it is aligning students with companies and curriculum and making sure everyone's on the same page throughout their careers, not just at the end.
Yeah, in this economy especially, it takes more than just the academics and the knowledge and know-how. It's also a matter of helping these students be ready to jump into the workforce and understand how to navigate our workforce and be able to fill out a resume, be ready for interviews. Those are skills that also we're starting to see drop down into the high school level, as well as we try to see that continuum between really birth all the way to career as part of our education space. And so it's a great investment that Ivy Tech has earned, and I think the endowment, a great move on them for them to invest in this important program. Another impactful move there. Only have 20 seconds. I know, Robin, you want to make a point about, well taken too, about Edgerrin James getting finally and deservedly getting into the Hall of Fame. Right. He deserves it. He is part of the offense that led us to a Super Bowl, quality player, but laid back. If you listen to the news stories, laid back. He said he waited that morning and let them come to him. He wasn't up all day, but tremendous win. Very good. Robin Winston, also Hannah Kaufman Joseph, Justin Oldmiller, thank you one and all, and we'll be right back in.